I mean, we.
Volunteering in the Carpenter Welfare area.
Oh.
Rehabilitation program.
Okay, we'll look into that for us.
Okay, so it just now connected.
Okay, so we're back on
As in
Biology
it
Club.
didn't connect before officially.
So the whole
So
meeting
now-
was not.
Correct.
That's awesome. Hi. So you don't know what's going on, world. Joke's on you. No, I'm just kidding.
So this is our first run trial of this anyway.
That's okay.
I'm saying
That's
Okay,
why we're doing
that's-
this. Yeah, we just
yes.
keep going because I mean it's already
Now
after
we-
6, so.
Okay, so now, yeah, that's why we wanted to have a practice run of all of this. Okay, so
May I ask real quick too? David, do you know of who at the Forest Service is a contact person?
I don't.
Okay, I could find out.
I'm
I
guessing
just,
Doug would know.
or Jim Maria, who I work with at the Forest Service,
Doug
could tell
would
me.
know.
So yeah, I'll figure it out.
You should tell Doug that he needs to let us know if he knows anything about any volunteers. Because he knows how good we are.
He does.
And if they don't know Big Charlie,
okay,
Yes, that's right.
So I will take a brief pause here to explain what's going on for the video.
I went off.
We've been having technical difficulties. This is our first attempt at a Google Hangout for a meeting, so I apologize, but at least half of the meeting is not going to be online. I will work on getting the information up on another video afterwards, but this is the Biology Club meeting. You are joining us about halfway through. Let's go ahead and run right back through roll call really quick. So I'm the Biology Club president, Tony James. Nice to meet everybody.
I'm Dr. Merkler, one of the faculty advisors.
I'm Charlie. I'm member and former president.
I'm Jordan, I'm a member. I'm a little bit, and I'm current PR.
Current secretary, pleasure to meet you.
Seth, new member.
Vinny Schlesinger, one of the faculty advisors.
Big bachelor's visiting today.
Visiting faculty. Visiting faculty. We always like visitors.
So,
Okay.
Mr. Secretary, we still don't know your name.
Oh, Dylan Chesky.
So I actually got us up on track because I know we were talking about field trip ideas, and I just had thought of that volunteer opportunity, which is the next thing on there was community service. So I'm sorry I took us off track, and but there were other field trip ideas like hiking. We definitely need to do that again because we always seem to have fun when we do that.
Yes.
And there's lots of wonderful places to hike when it cools down a little bit out. There's wonderful trails that are novice trails, so we don't have to be classed up. And
Good.
To go with that, a couple of people I talked to were interested in hiking at Lake Mead because I told them about that.
the railroad hike,
Yes.
everybody loves that one. But you got to warn them that it takes about 4 hours.
And it's hot, so
And it's
if we want to wait a little bit,
But you end up in Arizona.
if we go all the way,
We got to
did
go all the way.
go all the way across, and we went across the dam and came back, so that's good. That's beyond the trail. Or
We go to Arizona and we don't have to fill out the out-of-state waivers.
That's right. Right, we get to leave the state, but we don't have, no, wait.
No, we don't have to. We asked.
Oh, okay. Good. You clarified this one before I just spilled beans all over the internet. Okay, awesome. No, because you only take 2 steps in Arizona and then you turn around and back. And the bathrooms at the Hoover Dam are really scary. So it's an experience that everyone should have.
It is an experience.
It's
But
like,
you get to learn about interesting lizards.
yeah.
And somebody also suggested that we just take a short walk down to Lake Mead and test the water there.
Oh, yeah, no.
Take a
water-
sample,
water sample.
take a sample
Take
and
some water sample.
bring it back here and test it.
I don't think we'd want to know. I better not knowing, right? It's like when I checked my own pool water for the 196 slab, and it was full of rotifers. Ugh. Those things are
We
so
can even plate it
gross
out in a
looking
tea
under
plate or
microscope.
something.
They're like Jabba the Hutt.
Inoculate a tea plate and see what goes.
Yeah.
I did that
Sorry,
with the water
that was
in
a
the
really
lab.
good
Is us
example.
drinking out of it?
They're
Let's just say I stopped drinking out of it.
just eating all the chloroplasts. They're like, yum, chloroplasts.
That's cool.
Awesome. They are, but then you don't ever want to go swimming again. Not even your own swimming pool.
Really need your cocoa buds made for.
Yeah, I got those little bugs that started swimming in the water, and apparently they like to eat them too. They're all dead now, but last year it was bad, and I was swimming in that stuff.
I was gonna say, that sounds like.
I was like, I'm next. I was gonna get like a well in there eating the plankton and stuff.
So does anybody have any dates they want to do, any activities like hiking?
I'm available most all weekends.
Yeah, just like weekends.
Weekends?
I work most weekends, but I can, if we have a couple weeks in advance, I can ask for some time off.
Okay.
I said I can do a
And
wash screen up.
we'll make sure to ask everybody. We've got a ton of new people we're adding onto the mailing list, so we'll make sure to send out fresh emails asking. So this is mainly just to throw ideas around, and then we'll get feedback from the new people. But yeah, weekends definitely sounds like the best idea.
Saturdays.
Yeah, Saturdays. Sundays are good too. I volunteer at the NSPCA on Sundays. I don't have to do payroll for Sundays.
Oh, right. And what did we bring up?
Because
No, we're not,
community service is going to come up.
We're not
gonna
at
have field
we're not
trips,
at
meetings,
volunteering yet. Okay.
That's next. We're there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into our next topic, community service. So for community service, that's one of the main facets. Being a club, we try to get everybody involved in community service. We want as many of our students as possible to get
The 25.
the 25. I couldn't remember how
To
many
get
it was. The dean's recommendation.
You get a letter from the dean in your transcripts.
Here,
So you're
I
trying
don't
to
know
do
exactly how it works, so I'm
Yeah.
going to turn the table over for.
Well, the first thing you need to do is go on to the CSN Serves website. There's a link straight from, you drop down volunteering or CSN Serves, I think is the selection, and the drop down bar in our main CSN website. So on the main page, drop down and go to the CSN Serves. Go there and you can sign up as one of their volunteers. So they'll automatically start tracking your hours. And you print off a sign-in sheet, and you take that sign-in sheet anywhere we go volunteering, and they'll fill it out for you. If they're not a CSN Serves volunteer, well, but most of them that we are going to go to are going to be approved, they can do a separate form, that company's form. And then when you're done, you take all your hours and you submit them to CSN Serves. They have a desk, and they will make sure those hours get tallied and they are accounted for and included in your transcript.
Is that for biological
It's
club?
anybody.
Any volunteering?
Any volunteering,
Does that
even if you
account-
go on your own.
Does that account for previous hours that you might have done a couple months ago?
If you don't have them tracked, you might be able to talk to the organization and see if they've been tracking them for you. If there's somebody who can account, they'll do it. So, and a lot of people have done that. They're like, I've been to Three Squares 5 times and I haven't brought this form. And
Yeah, they
someone
keep
at Three,
track of it.
yeah, they say, oh, yeah, I remember you were here. And they take care of it for you. So if you're missing some stuff, that's great. And please do that. Please print it so you can get the hours. If you reach 100 hours within the school year, so now between graduation, you get a letter from the President of the United States included in your transcripts. So, and that's really not that hard. If you break it down a couple hours every weekend or every other weekend at least, you can do it no problem. And we have fun doing it because if we do it as a group, it's more inviting. It's not as intimidating as going by yourself. So we want to try to arrange as much volunteer opportunities as a group so that everyone feels involved and they want to go. Because I don't like doing it by myself. It took me a long time to get to start going and doing by myself. Once I started knowing the people, it was easier, but starting out was very, very hard. So
Yeah.
it's more fun in group meeting. You at least know somebody and you know who to stand to or talk to. We did 3 square, and I wish we would have done it more last year. When we did it, we got this assembly line going, and they were playing pop music really loud. And we just were going, and they expected it to take 3 hours. We packed all those boxes in under an hour, got a snack, and we left. But we had such a good time, and everybody that came, people that weren't even with CSN that were there, we got to meet other people. So it's also a good way to network. And so volunteer opportunities are fantastic. You get to meet people, and they might be someone who could end up being a future employer. If you're wanting to go into Parks and Recreation, or you want to work with the water services, and we're volunteering with them, you get to meet some of these people. So I highly recommend it. And I know that most people that are here now, but those that are listening, come join us. We have a great time when we volunteer, and we have all the different options. And if there's other ideas we haven't thought of, then those are available to us too. Yeah. Hi, Doug. I fully expect my phone to ring anytime soon, so don't be embarrassed.
Doug is joining us, but via text message.
Trying to reschedule.
He's watching
So-
us. He's like,
and-
I can't hear you, Charlie.
In case we haven't explained it enough to everybody, volunteering hours and just being an active club member in general is wonderful for your transcripts and your resume. So
It's millions of benefits.
please just
That is
please
rewarding.
just keep active with the club and volunteer as much as you can. It looks great on your transcripts. It looks
And you
great
feel
on your
good about
resume.
it too.
Yeah,
at the
this
end of the
is
day.
only beneficial. There's no negatives, right? There's no negatives to it.
And so we recently received word on the Las Vegas wetland.
The wash, no, it's not, it's the wash. Yeah, it's
Wait,
because the wetlands
what
is
is the
separate.
That's
the,
the who, right?
the commission? What
yes.
is their name?
The wetlands.
Las
committee.
Vegas Wash Coordination Committee.
Wash committee.
Las Vegas Wash Coordination Committee. I keep forgetting the name of this.
We even have the T-shirts and we can't remember their name. Sorry,
They
guys.
give us free
if you're
T-shirts,
watching,
and
we
I
can
am, what's the word?
They gave us lunch. We had barbecue.
Yes,
for
they-
breakfast.
That was
they
really
give-
good.
Yes,
Pork-
they
pork
they
roll.
they're very
Mashed
nice.
potato.
They give you a free
Cool.
T-shirt. They give you lunch, barbecue,
Goodie bags.
and goodie bags. It's actually a wonderful place to go volunteer, and I haven't even gotten to what you get to do. You go and you plant trees. We plant 4,000 trees out at the wash over by Thomas and Mack. It's
Farther
Over by the Silver Bowl on the west
Yeah.
or
other-
east side.
I keep saying Thomas and Mack. It's
It's
this-
the Silver Bowl.
the Silver Bowl. I get those confused.
Sam Boyd
I-
Stadium.
Sam Boyd. I
Thank
get the names confused. Sorry. I apologize. I especially apologize to everybody that I already told Thomas and Mack. It's
Sam Boyd. But the wetland, it's so cool that if you've never been to that side of town, it's like you go from this suburban area and then boom, just nothing. And it's just this wetlands, but they built all these beautiful bike trails. So anybody who's into biking, they got to come and check it out. But it went from this just washed out desert
It was a
area,
swamp.
and we've planted, swamp,
literally a
gross,
swamp.
dried out swamp, and now they've planted all these trees and they've beautified it.
yes, it's actually very nice. So this is one of the community service, one of the volunteer things that we do with them. They've become a partner of ours. We become a partner of theirs rather, and this is the green up that we do with them to go plant trees. We also do a cleanup with them where we go and clean up trash. That's also fun. is that with a different committee?
That's
Is it
with the
s-
wetlands, it's just
That
south.
one is with
That's
the
who.
Wetlands
Yeah.
That's right.
Association.
And they do that monthly. So the wash
Oh, and that
committee
one-
only does the plant,
I thought that was
Does
every
it?
few months. That one is monthly, so we can go
they do it
do that
biannually.
one very frequently.
So
They had a group, the last
One
one,
in
the
fall,
removal
one
of
in spring.
graffiti. for the
yeah,
people.
no, we didn't, Jeff went though, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. And so the wetlands organization, they have that visitor center that they just built at the very end of Tropicana before it turns into Palms.
It's fantastic.
And it's a beautiful visitor center. So I just tell people to go there anyway. They've also added lots of biking and walking trails. And part of doing that, they want to keep it beautiful. So every month they're asking for volunteers to come help and pick up trash. And like they had graffiti removal, they asked for volunteers. We do have to register as individuals for that one because that's the way they've set it up. But I know that we're going to contact them and see if there's some way that we can somehow do it just as a group and make it easier. But they want to really track all the people's names and make sure they're getting everybody that comes their safety waivers and that kind of stuff. So, but they're wonderful and they have a great group of employees there because they get you pumped up to pick up trash. And it's kind of fun to put on the waders and go out in the swamp and it stinks like crazy and you find a couple crawdads, but might find a shopping cart or 5 and some mattresses and stuff.
On your truck.
On your truck, yeah.
A prom dress or something, or a wedding gown?
Yeah,
or
we
something
found
like
a
that?
prom dress. It was, other than caked in mud, it was not. Do you remember the pants I found? They were like this. I was like, look.
It's a good area for bird watching and wild watching too.
Yeah, no, they have lots of wildlife out there too. And
I was going to say, walking along those trails is where I take my natural history class in the spring to do their bird trip.
yeah,
So we always go out and
I came face to face with a woodpecker out there. I was out running and I round this
Wow.
corner and they have this sign that like, look at, and I never read those things as I'm running, but I just stop. And I'm like, oh, this is woodpecker just sitting there. And he looks at me the same way, like, oh. And so it's great, you know. It's just like cool. I know the woodpecker's like, oh my God. But it's wonderful. And if you're at all into nature, you got to get outdoors. Even if you're not, you need to try it.
It's fun.
There's some beetles and some flies there that you don't find hardly anyplace else in the island.
Yeah.
And they have little exhibit there. It's cool. At the
They did a
visitors
nice
center,
job,
little
yeah.
museum kind of thing. It's fun for kids. If you have kids, oh yeah, tell them family's
Yes.
invited. You can bring your
Yes,
guests. Are
absolutely.
definitely invited.
It's like a mini Springs Preserve that's free.
Yes, Springs Preserve. No, it's not a spring. It's pretty much all the trash that comes from the whole city. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just really
Yeah,
all the
right.
garbage that the city just kind of, but, you know, that's what they're doing is they're keeping that garbage and putting it where it needs to go, not in the gutters. And that's what we were helping with. So.
So yeah.
And it just stopped because of your battery.
Did it stop now?
Yes.
It's still going. Oh, yeah. 3%. Okay, my phone is getting ready to die, so let's move on to some more community service really quick. Trunk or treat. Trunk or treat is coming up at end of October, the 20.
It's always like the 30th, or the 29th or 30th.
20. Yeah, we will find out the exact date. Isn't it the
It's always the 30th. It's always been the 30th.
That's
the
the
day
night
before
The night before
Halloween?
Halloween.
Yes, the day
And
before
it's
Halloween, the night before
gone.
Halloween. It's gone?
Yep, it's officially gone.
You know what? I'll
That's
do it
okay.
on-
What we want to do with the
Yeah,